welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another Flashback pen review video. This is of a pen I've had in my collection for 7 years. It's a Visconti, it's a Homo Sapiens, but this was an Italian exclusive, and you could only get this from a selection of, at the time, Italian retailers, and one of those was my good friend Stefano at Stilograph Corsani, and this really is a beautiful pen. Now, you could get it from, at the time, I think Novelli as well, and I think there might have been a few others. There were only 50 of these made, and after that it sold out really, really quickly. I'm just trying to see if I can find, there you go, right there it says 7 of 50, and so this is number 7. I was so lucky to get a low number, but it sold out so quickly. Within, I want to say it was a couple of months. I think I purchased it in December 2016. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it's almost 8 years old. It really, like, after that it sold out, there was a smaller version with silver trims and ruthenium plated trims that became a USA exclusive, and I think Bryant at Chatterley had most of those. But this was the one with the bronze trim, and this was the one that I wanted. I didn't, until after I'd bought this one, I didn't know the others were coming out. But that said, a few times I did wonder about maybe buying the silver trim, the rhodium plated trim, or the ruthenium plated trim, but I've never been a person that needs to collect a set, and I had the opportunity many times to buy one of each, and I didn't. Why? Just because I don't need multiples of each pen. I do love this pen. It's a Visconti. It's a Homo Sapiens. I also have my initials on the cap finial there as well. It's a power vac. It's a double reservoir. You do have the hook safe lock mechanism, and you do have a concave section there. It does have a Visconti number 6 size 23 cat palladium medium nib. I really like this. It's a beautiful pen. It feels comfortable in my hands. If I wanted to, I can post the cap if I want to. It's a beautiful sort of transparent resin, and I just love this pen a lot. So when I saw this, I was buying my first pen from Stefano at Stilograph Corsani, and I was a little bit in trepidation because I never bought a pen internationally before, so I didn't know like how quickly it would arrive, or how it would arrive, or whether or not it would arrive. But he was gracious and brilliant. He chucked in a few extras at the time as well in the box, like a lot of retailers will do from time to time. The smaller ones, not the bigger retailers normally. And I bought this along with the Corsani 90, which was his pen, and the pen that he had made for the store. So I was so glad when both arrived, and they were perfect in every way. And it's really what sold me to go down the route of the Homo Sapiens again. It's just a beautiful pen. So very, very glad that I picked this up nearly 8 years ago. It's amazing how I didn't think I would be in this hobby 8 years on from then when I bought that pen. But I don't know. You could say foolishly bought a lot of pens. I have probably foolishly bought a lot of pens that I just cannot write with on a regular basis, cannot ink them up. Maybe I should sell some, but this is never probably going to be one of those pens that I would sell. I've even had a number of people offering to buy this pen from me, and even a friend at my pen club, Gary, but I found another one for him, and he still has it in his collection to this very day as well. So it is just a really beautiful pen. So I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have an Anoto, and this is a Charles Dickens, David Copperfield. We have a Mont Blanc Writer's Edition, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle 1902 edition. We have a Marjon, and this is a titanium TI 136. We have a Mont Blanc Writer's Edition, and this is a Robert Louis Stevenson. We have a Mont Blanc Around the World in 80 Days. We have a Visconti Homo Sapiens Caput Mundi. We have a Marjon P139 in white, a Marjon P139 in orange. We have a Benu Euphoria Earl Grey Tea, and we have an Asrine V126. So I think let's now go and do a writing sample. Now, I normally ink this up with one of two inks, and it normally is going to be Diamine Poppy Red or Diamine Wild Strawberry. I've actually inked it up with a different red ink. So this is the Visconti Homo Sapiens Caput Mundi, and Caput Mundi, I believe, is capital of the world, and I think that was probably to denote Rome, I think, at the time. It still is, I guess, but it's a medium, and it's a 23 cap palladium nib. The ink in here today is Diamine Ho Ho Ho. I probably could put a darker red. I could probably put KWZ Beefeater red, but I like a brighter red in this pen. In terms of line variation, you're definitely getting what I would call is a Western medium. I can push it a bit more and get a Western broad out of this nib, and you can see there from the figure of eights that this is quite a nice nib and writing pen. And there's no hard starts or skips on those other vertical lines. So that actually just tells me that this nib is tuned and writing well. In terms of ink wetness, let's take a look. You can see there that this is a wet nib. A super wet nib. So what do I like? What do I not like about this pen? Well, clearly, I liked it enough at the time, nearly 8 years ago, to buy this pen. And I've liked it enough over these 8 years to keep this pen in my collection. So I think that actually says a lot. I like this a Visconti. I like this Homo Sapien. I like that it's a power vac. I like that it's a demonstrator. I like that it's got a double ink reservoir in it. I like it's got a hook safe lock mechanism. I like that it's got a concave section. It ticks all the boxes, and this is what I find with the Homo Sapien models, is it really does tick all of the boxes. So for me, this is a pen that I do like. I do need to add it back into my rotation. It's getting difficult with over 300 pens to rotate those pens on what I would say is a fairly regular basis, but I have to say though that this is a pen that I will be adding back into my rotation sometime shortly, because it is a nice pen. So there you have it. That's my flashback review of the Visconti Homo Sapiens Caput Mundi in a medium 23 cap palladium nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.